Hello, my friends, and we are back on another Frenetic Friday with Doom 2016. Let's get right back to it. Away we go.
Protagonist says, "What up, homie?"
What up, my dude?
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent beam, she can open up the portal to that world that we will never be able to close.
Protagonist says, "Tired, LOL."
Yeah, I believe that.
So what is our current objective here?
We are ascending the tower to turn off the hell beacon.
By the way, Thaddeus, I have some really good trivia tonight. I had started putting together trivia for a week that we didn't have anybody come on. And so I just added to that. So I have I got some good stuff tonight. going into ads in now. So I know Guidance is subscribed, so he isn't affected by the ads, but he says, "Oh man."
Yeah, that was a little rough.
That looks brutal.
Demonic presence at top safe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Alright, we should be clear of ads now.
Yee-hoo!
The graphics are so much better than they were in like
What? Code?
Demonic presence eliminated.
what was it, like 2002 or something?
Yeah, there was kind of an assy remake.
You know, they say the road to hell is paved. But I imagine that it's in construction season year-round. Like Indiana.
That's distinctly possible. Alright. Maxed out ammo. Whoops.
What happened?
I fell to my death.
Aw, I'm sorry.
The road to hell is paved.
That
by
sounds
object
painful. Thaddeus redeemed high fidelity. Okay, so that's a top 5. So who are you getting?
The
And,
road to hell is paved by
and
object
what are you asking? Brisko, top 5 games and why?
Are we talking like of all time?
That's for Thaddeus to clear up. Like, basically, I'll simplify the question. Is it of all time or currently? I'd say... He says, I'd say trilogy, and which game in trilogy defines the greatness of its origin?
What trilogy of games? That's well, it's not a trilogy, but I've always been a fan of the Yakuza series. And those are... One is great, but six is another good one. Other here.
Oh, doesn't have to be a trilogy, just a series of games. Like Gears of War.
So, I actually stopped owning an Xbox by the time I only played 1, 2, and 3. Of those, 2 was my favorite. I mean, another long-winded series is the Final Fantasy games, but those are mostly non-canonical.
Resident Evil.
That's another good long-winded series. It has some missed steps, I feel, but I mean, not every one of them is going to be a banger. 4 is an obvious standout, but I would and I haven't played the most recent ones, but 2 is a good one. The remake of 2 is a great one.
That's the one you played, right? On here?
No.
You played 4?
Oh, I've played 4, but not on the stream.
Which was the one that you played on the stream?
I haven't played any Resident Evils on the stream.
Thaddeus says Spider-Man was a decent set of games like Sonic and Mario.
Oh, there's always going to be a soft spot in my heart for Sonic 2. Sonic 2 and Mario 3.
By the way, we have received a drink from Dead Art. Thank you, Dead. When you are done with this shootout, we need to drink water. I'm gonna go ahead and start shaking my water. Because I have a hydration sachet in it. Alright, so Brisko has plain water. I have plain water with the hydration sachet. And we have both hydrated. We have an ad break coming up. Thaddeus said cheers.
Mazel tov.
So we have an ad break coming up in 15 seconds. When we get back from that, I'm gonna put up the first question of the night.
Right on.
So I think most people are still here, despite the ad break, but just in case, I don't want to do trivia during it.
No, that makes sense.
Silent Hill. I was thinking of Silent Hill when I was trying to say you had done Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, I did the Silent Hill 2 remake. And as much as I wanted to like it, it didn't get me particularly moist. Well, it did not.
Oh, the picture in my head is... I can't... I don't know if I'm even allowed to describe these things. Not because they're sexual in nature, but because they're very in the nature of Silent Hill. Just like sprayed body fluids, kind of moist. Everybody still has pants. I think Thaddeus is amused by that. There are a lot. The icon is computers and wrenches. People at computers and wrenches. Alright, so I am going to pull up one of these questions here. Thaddeus has posted a couple of cheersing drinks. Alright, so this question has a bit of background.
Welcome to the UAC, opening the gates of hell with a key to the future.
And so the first two parts of this are going to be me putting that in, and then question. Oh, Nither L says Doom! Alright, so here's the whole question with the background information. Biosafety levels, BSL, are standardized biocontainment precautions developed by the Centers for Disease Control and National Institutes of Health to isolate dangerous biological agents. BL4 is the highest of these levels and requires those working in its laboratories to wear fully sealed positive pressure suits, often called spacesuits. These are blue or yellow suits. These are the blue and yellow suits seen in films about contagious diseases, and early in many zombie films where the person has an oxygen supply on the suit and is speaking through a helmet. Often their microphone can be seen and amplifies the voice through the suit, so those working can hear each other. So, here's the first question. Which of the following is not a BL4 contagion? A. Loss of fever. B. Marburg, which another week that we were doing this, I spelled it Marbug by accident. C. Hantavirus. D. Ebola. And I'll just give you guys a couple minutes with that. And Brisko, since we picked up a couple more people, you want to catch us up on the goals? And like where we are?
We're in hell. And currently in the process of murdering our way back to Mars.
We'll set up a portal device at the tube. Use the light poles to mark
Thank
our
you.
path.
Thaddeus says A, loss of fever. If you're ever in between rounds of killing people, please let me know if you want me to reread them. Thaddeus says maximum efforts. Did you want me to read them while it's something resembling quiet? Or are you skipping the question?
I'll say C.
C, hantavirus?
No, I miss. What are the answers? What are my choices again?
A, Lassa fever. B, Marburg. C, hantavirus, and D, Ebola. I mean, I wasn't saying your answer was wrong.
final answer.
B is your final answer?
Yes.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened.
We are in an ad break. Brisko Plays actually had the initial right idea that it was, in fact, hantavirus. But it is, as hantavirus is the one that is a BL3. I just realized I typed that in on the wrong one. That's funny. We are out of Asbury. Is it literally just kill monsters until you can crawl out of hell?
Pretty much.
Okay, right on. Thaddeus said close enough. Okay, so Thaddeus asked me a question. Kitty, what have you thought about Brisko's Rick and Morty adventures, and have you joined in? I almost instinctively said the dude abides. Because one of the years that we were at ASEN, which is the big anime con, it's called Anime Central. It's a big anime con in Rosemont, when Rick and Morty was still on Cartoon Network. And when I'm talking about this as a past thing, I mean, I'm talking about this would have had to have been like 2017 maybe. But like, there were the people making the Rick sound, that lubba lubba dub dub, and people like either making the sound back or saying the dude vibes, and I just kind of watched in horror, because the artist that I was with, who was my roommate at the time, I had like 5 roommates, he was one of my roommates, was really into it. But my old roommate, one of my exes who's a really good buddy of mine now, are both really into Rick and Morty, and so I had experienced a lot of it already, and enjoyed a lot of the episodes, kind of gotten like almost inundated with too much of the experience at one point, because of, you know, another household I lived in. very briefly, but I dig Rick and Morty. I've been watching it occasionally with Brisko. I always want to see the new episodes, although I don't ask him to wait for me. Because I don't want to get up early and watch them. But yeah, no, I'm into it.
Yeah, they are.
That is a classic. Got to the new episodes. They're great. I don't know if Dead is listening or if he just has it on in like Lurkosaurus. But Dead, if you're watching, like when the new episodes come on something that you have, you should check it out. And I don't think you're even caught up to that, which I think is on our Hulu. So you should probably check that out, because yeah, it's still way good. Alright, Nither L redeems drink. Thaddeus said 9 seasons, baby. Yup. Okay, I drank some of my hydration water. And I'm sure that Brisko will drink as soon as he can let go of the controller without dying horribly. Thaddeus said, gotta drink it all. I cannot actually, I cannot chug a bottle of water anymore. I mean, I'm not sure I could ever have chugged a bottle of water, but the equivalent liquid? Probably. I don't know, not all at once, I don't think. You have a chainsaw!
Yep.
What's powering it?
Gas.
Okay, I know which question I'm doing next. Brisko-san will show you the way, young grasshopper. That he is said. Alright, I think he's reaching for his water. Oh, don't die! Is that a bear or a demon or a demon's bear?
It's just a demon.
Alright. I think he's able to drink the water. Thaddeus had said no, but he was safe. He made it. He drank the whole thing. casually, it's just a demon. Are these things alive?
I mean, it's hell. Who knows?
See, and that's how I feel about Transformers, and that's why I don't like Transformers. Because, like, you're laying there, you wake up, your alarm clock is a Decepticon. I don't think I have ever managed to pronounce that correctly. Thaddeus said, open your mind. I just got it. So, oh, Thaddeus said that was great, bro. So I'm not going to reveal anything else about it. I'm just going to say this. On Sunday night, there will be a special redeem. Alright. I know which question. The chainsaw helps me decide which question is next. Oh, Thaddeus said, now you tell me. Evil Dead the game 2022 came out on all of the following consoles except which one of these? A. PS5, B. Xbox Series X/S, C. Windows, the PC, and D. Nintendo Switch. Thaddeus said has to be D. Brisko disagrees. I'm still gonna give it a couple minutes. Thaddeus said Switch ain't got that kind of power. You both nailed it. Well played.
Nice.
We're going into an ad break in just over 10 seconds. It was actually scheduled to come out on the Switch, but they ended up dropping the project.
Through here. I got the DOS cannon.
The online game with Pathfinder and Octane I heard was going to Switch, but I'm pretty sure it's BS, Thaddeus said. Alright. Let's see, what do we have next for questions? We get to watch the kitty trip over words. Alright. Only one of these is a fictional contagion. So which one of the following is a fictional contagion? Lujo Monomernavirus, B. Hendra Heniparvirus, C. Genophage virus, D. Nipah virus. I swear I saw an overgrown Ewok in the background. Nope, that is not an Ewok. We have an ad break coming in 1 minute and 40 seconds. If we're still having trouble with the question, I might give a hint after. Alright, so I don't have anybody guessing any of those. And I'm wondering if I can jog the brain with a little hint.
Fucking Baron of Hell.
So my hint is, I'm typing it into yours, sci-fi game. that's my hint for the which of the following is a fictional contagion question. First time chat from bond status. Its most easiest difficulty. It is medium difficulty. And everyone is welcome to play. Don't lie, it's easiest difficulty. Well, it depends on the person, I guess. For me, I would feel like it's medium difficulty. Oh, can I ban?
Yup.
Bye-bye. We refuse to be mean back. We just make them go away. So I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes, and then if nobody has... Actually, I'm going to read it again, and then I'm going to give about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next question. So the question is, which of the following is a fictional contagion? A. Mammalian virus. B. Hendra henipavirus. C. Genophage virus. D. Nipah virus. And the hint is sci-fi game.
And in his conquest against
You know what? I'll give one more hint.
his prowess was shown. In his crusade, the Seraphim bestowed
It's
upon him terrible power.
Hint, it's a massive issue. Alright, and then at 12:30 I will move on if nobody has an answer. So which would you say is harder, this or Last of Us?
Oh, they're difficult in different ways.
Okay, so have you ever played Mass Effect, babe?
I have. The genophage.
Yep. So my last hint was it's a massive issue. Yeah. Alright.
The Argent Tower is destroyed. The portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in their world we call the Well.
Let's see what I have
Return.
left.
The only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions. So there may be a way. Vega is trying to access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest terminal, we will provide you information. That's all for now.
So we have an ad break starting in just under 3 minutes. But I think that'll work fine for this one. Has the same intro as the first one. Then a different question. Alright, so biosafety levels are standardized biocontainment precautions developed by the Centers for Disease Control and National Institutes of Health to isolate dangerous biological agents. 4 BL4 is the highest of these levels and requires those working in its laboratories to wear fully sealed positive pressure suits, often called spacesuits.
It bears your mark.
These are the blue reel suits seen in films about contagious diseases and early in many zombie films where the person has an oxygen supply on the suit and is speaking through a helmet. Often their microphone can be seen. It amplifies the voice through the suit so those working can hear each other.
I'll bring the tram power online to take you there.
Which
But
of the
you'll need
following
UAC corporate
is
facilities clearance card to activate it. There is a security station nearby.
a BL4 contagion? A. MERS-CoV. B. Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. C. Western equine encephalitis. D. Rabies. We have an ad break starting in 20 seconds, and we definitely will not reveal the answer until after the ad break, but people are welcome to start submitting answers.
that completes my weapon wheel.
Those who came before you and those with whom you serve all operate with the same goal in mind, the development of a new dawn for mankind. It is by this guiding principle, working together as a people.
Must be some kind of special stuff.
Seems to have taken your key card. You will need to find it. The tram station will not be accessible without proper clearance.
Alright, so does anyone have a guess? Which of the following is a BL4 contagion? A, MERS, which was that thing that we heard about a few years ago. The Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. C, Western equine encephalitis. D, rabies.
I do believe my game crashed.
Oh no.
Well, fortunately it waited till near the end of the night.
Well, so did you have any guesses?
I do not.
So the answer is B, Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. Just in case anyone is curious later.
Well, since I can't seem to since I can't seem to load from checkpoint, I can't seem to do anything except for menu out. So I am going to call it an evening here. So this was the third episode of Doom. I'm still having a good time with it. I hope you are too. Even if you're just lurking, we love our lurkers. Follow me if you're not already. We're working on more and entertaining stuff for you. Now we're affiliates. If you want to catch the last episodes, the last Doom episodes, or any of the other Frenetic Friday games, we have a YouTube. There's menus to make your life easier. Send any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, or possible requests to briskoplayemail@gmail.com. And as always, thank you and good night.